My favorite wrestling match, and I'm a big wrestling fan, there's like different kinds of wrestling matches. There's like storytelling matches, because they're always telling a story, but then there's some technical matches. Just you see so much technicality of like really cool holds and pulls and almost optical illusions happening in the ring at such speed. Then you see athletic matches where guys are throwing themselves around. Then you get storytelling matches, which is just every beat is like crowd reaction, even if it's basics, even like someone just powering up just freaks out. So I'll break it down this way. One of my favorite technical bouts is Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, where literally Bret Hart became a villain during the match and Stone Cold became a babyface. Same match. It's a very famous match. That's the one where Austin like sits up screaming and blood is pouring down his face. It's a perfect shot. Brilliant booking. Oh yeah. Now, my favorite athletic match, Okada versus Kenny Omega 1. Now, all the matches are amazing, but that first one, I legitimately stayed up till 1 a.m. to watch Wrestle Kingdom that year, because I had seen clips of the last Wrestle Kingdom. I went, oh, that's some fucking cool ass shit. The third final match, because my favorite match, you said, my favorite spectacle storytelling match? The Rock versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18. Oh my god, what an interesting moment in wrestling history, because up to that point, Hulk Hogan was the villain, a piece of shit, literally driving a semi-truck into The Rock, and The Rock was still booed, because people missed Hogan that much. Crowd was so loud before they even threw a single punch. And the second they did, they locked up and just like, the crowd's roaring, and then Hulk pushes Rock away. 80,000 people of Toronto just screaming at the top of their lungs. They couldn't believe they just saw that. I'm just like, this is amazing. That's the magic of wrestling. The crowd truly controls what the match is. Like, the wrestling can be great, but the crowd just doesn't react. It's okay. But if the crowd's exploding at every fucking move, oh, it's magical. Because the crowd is something we, the viewer, get to be part of. I got to go to WrestleMania this year, and I got to boo Roman Reigns live. I got to be there for the season finale and the season beginning of one of my favorite shows. And that's the neat thing about wrestling, is the audience itself is the frame in which the picture is painted. And that frame can be anything you want it to be. What is your suggested way to get into modern wrestling? Haven't watched since 2000 or so. It's such a challenge to answer this, because it involves you putting money down, essentially, because almost all the good wrestling is putting it shit. They don't put that shit out for free. You can go to New Japan Pro Wrestling and watch their free matches. They have some really fucking good ones. WWE, no shit. All shaming them aside, they have uploaded full matches of all their shit. Like, I think they have all the Royal Rumbles just on YouTube now. And if you ever want to get into wrestling, watch the Royal Rumble. It is a 1-hour wrestling event where 30 wrestlers enter the ring every 2 minutes, more or less. And the way you're eliminated from the match is you're tossed over the top rope. So many stories can be told in a Royal Rumble. That's why my favorite match type is New Japan Pro Wrestling. All Elite Wrestling has some really good shit too. Impact's doing great stuff right now. WWE is on a hot streak that they have not been on in a long-ass fucking time, which is pretty crazy considering. Jesus Christ. There's so much wrestling out there. It's like, I don't even get into Mexico yet, or South America, for God's sake. There's so many wrestling companies I'm not even fully aware of. There's a wrestling company in every country. British wrestling. For example, AEW is going all the way to Wembley Stadium. They've already sold 70,000 tickets, apparently. So there you go. Any option available. Just check out shit.